Hey there everyone, really quick video today. This is really going to be more of a reminder or PSA, call it a Photoshop service announcement if you want. It's going to be more of that than any sort of really intense technical training. And that reminder is to make use of, or at least take a look at the LUTs available in Photoshop while you're editing. If you don't know what a LUT is, they're somewhat analogous to presets in Lightroom in that they apply a filter effect or color grade to your image. The best part is that Adobe has already provided us with a bunch of these to try out within Photoshop. What you're looking at is a processed image of the Varsity, which is a restaurant in Atlanta. If I scroll down, here's the raw image. If I hold down Alt on Windows or Option on Mac and click on the layer visibility icon, it'll turn off every other layer. So this is the raw image, but what really gives a more fair comparison to the processed version is the raw file with camera raw adjustments. So I'm going to turn that on. So this image very apparently has lots of daylight in it. Even though it was taken at sunset, it's pretty flat in terms of contrast, and it's very different from my final vision for the image, which was the moody, dark version that you saw a few seconds ago, where the car was kind of the subject that had these glowing headlights, and the drive-in cover and sign for the restaurant were also glowing. To step towards that final version, I made all these other adjustment layers, but by far the most transformative adjustments that I used in achieving this moody look were the LUTs that I applied. So let me really quickly turn on all these other layers up to the LUTs to get us caught up. And you can see after turning on all those other layers, we're getting closer to that moody, dark look, but we're still not quite there. And I have the LUTs that I used in this group right here. But before I turn them on, let me first explain where to find them in Photoshop. So LUTs can be applied by going to the adjustment layer icon in the bottom right down here and clicking on it, and then going up to color lookup, and then go up to the load 3D LUT drop down menu. And you're provided with a list of effects that come stock with Photoshop. You don't have to do anything else. Now you can buy others online or download them for free, but this list right here is completely stock with Photoshop. And I think a lot of people are turned off by them because they use them at 100% opacity. In my opinion, the best way to use them is to use lower opacities and experiment with their blending modes. I recommend going through the effects, seeing which colors might work for you, and then dialing in your layer opacity and masking from there if you need to. Here I've stacked the day to night. Oh, let me delete this layer real quick and scroll down. And here's our LUT group right here. So here I've stacked the day to night LUT with the drop blues LUT at 25 and 34% opacities respectively. So those are certainly on the lower end of the opacity spectrum. And I've paired the drop blues with the day to night because the day to night LUT tends to tint everything pretty blue and often needs to be counteracted in some way. But you can see that turning these on and off completely transform the image and only requires a few clicks. So if I turn on the group, it'll turn on both these LUTs at the same time because they're both within the group. So let me do that. Here's the before. And there's the after. Get rid of this menu real quick, and I'll do that again. So here's the before, and then again turning on the group. And here's the after. And it's just so crazy to me that just a couple clicks to bring up that LUT menu and then choose these ones right here. And they really make the image feel like the photo was taken at night. But that's really all for today. I implore you to mess around with these LUTs the next time you're editing in Photoshop. Just experiment, and you may be surprised by just how effective they are at helping you to achieve the look you're going for. Stay tuned. In the coming weeks, I'm going to have some more technical training, some techniques that I've been experimenting with. But that's all. Thanks for watching, and take care.